So it's interesting. At the end of the 1790s, it seems that the arguments between the Chasidim and the Misnagdim in Vilna actually they get much more heightened, and both sides start to bring it to non-Jewish courts. So that's part of this. And then it seems like there's also some kind of vote that happens in some of the academics write about this, some kind of vote that happens in Vilna, I think for like communal leadership. And it seems like the Hasidim have a lot of people. I'm not exactly clear on this, but it seems like the Hasidut in Vilna has grown, and that there's some threat that they might kind of take over politically. Besides that, religion and the state were very integrated, and so there was this attempt, I guess, to bring it to non-Jewish courts. This is a letter. This is there's a series of te'udot of, I guess, letters or announcements. The third one, which we read yesterday, is from 1798 or 99 in Vilna, and it's basically these are sort of the continuation of what happened on Sukkot in 1797. In 1797, everything gets kind of everything gets reinvigorated, the war against Chasidim, because of the death of the Gaon. And then these are just some of the documents that have emerged. These apparently had not been published before. And this is, I think it's this author who sort of first published these, maybe in the 60s. I think they were in volumes of the communal diaries. And this is just, you can see sort of some of the aftermath. Oh, yeah. Oh, so there was actually a lot of bribing. There was some bribing. It sounds like that went on, actually, on both sides. I think on both sides. So what you get here is sort of anecdotes in these letters, in these te'udot. These are like things that came before. Remember, there was this group of 5 that had been appointed, and one person whose job is investigation. To make sure that the Chasidim are not violating the cherem, not violating the excommunication, and making minyanim, that sort of thing. Now, obviously, it's not going to last very long, because it seems like the Chasidim are not insignificant, at least from what I can tell. So this is this letter is signed by the following people. This is Friday, the 21st of Adar, Tafkuf Nun Ches. So that is 1798, I think. Yehuda Leib. Don't seem to be rabbis, seem to be community leaders. This might be the group of, I think this is the group of 5. That's why there's 5. Signatures. Actually 4. Oh, here it says Mitocha Pinkas Shalaklois. This is from the diary of the Klois, of the community, of the old Klois in Vilna. So I get, and that Klois usually means more than just a community. It's a building, I think. It's like a shul. So there was this Pinkas, this volume that they kept notes in, this diary, basically like meeting notes. And so this was found there. And it was copied into the Pinkas from this, from the original by somebody named Hillel Noach, who I guess was there at the time. And this Pinkas is from that time, from that week, I guess. So it says that there came to us, those who are signed below, the 4 or 5 rabbis are signed below, This a rabbi named Aryeh Leib. Now he is a misnagid in Vilna. He's against the Chasidim, and he's one of the five. He's one of the five who are on this board of limiting Chassidut in Vilna, he was, he was included in the five, chosen by the Kehila, by the community. What's the role of the five? To strengthen Judaism, right? In other words, stop the Chasidim. And then the second person, I guess there's kind of like a Bezdin. The second person, is Raphael, who is a Chassid. They are both coming before us. And what we are writing we want to come about in the community. And this Rabbi Aryeh Leib, who is a Misnagid, he says he has given a claim against Rabbi Meir ben Raphael, who is the Chassid. And he's accusing him of Madua Meir machzik v'esel anashim me'akatim. Why is Meir? I've seen that Meir is gathering Chasidim in his house. Hanoagim esatzim b'kama dvarim neged Klal Yisrael misadim al donei ha-din Torah, and they are doing things in the house that are against the excommunication, and against the poskim, against our Torah. They're violating the Torah in the house. What are they doing? So they are having minyan in the house, and it's just a minyan of Chasidim. And Meir in his house is conducting himself like a Chassid. And he's traveling with his children to the famous Rabbi Shlomo Zalman, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi. He's going to visit Rabbi Shneur Zalman, the leader of the Chasidim. Madua kemat kol ha'orchim ha'misnagin keminhag karanal. And why is it that all of his visitors are Chasidim that come into his house? And he feeds them, and he gives them to drink. He's helping the Chasidim. He is a Chasid. Madua nilkadu kama yeladim rakim al-yedei. And not only that, they're accusing him of kidnapping children and making them Chasidim. Nilkadu kama yeladim rakim. He has Nilkadi is, I guess, kidnapped several young children, and he and his household have ensnared them to join the Chasidim. This is very interesting, right? So what you see now, that's hard to believe. What does that mean? Are these kids from the neighborhood that drop by to play? Are they, right? This could be anything. But it's interesting in their minds. This is right. What does this feel like? It feels like a cult, right? That's right. I'm trying to figure out how we would view this, right? This is like you got somebody on your block who's a Scientologist or a Mooney or whatever it is, and the kids are coming in to play with his kids, and he's having gatherings there, so everybody's nervous, right? That must be how they saw it. Chol eila avar meir hanal ba'asuk isha oselahachis chas v'shalom. And it seems like Meir's just doing this to, hachas means like to spite us. But nosef shebiza tam chacham b'lomdei Torah. Empty kids without direction, which were Dan, you're talking about the word Yeladim Rakim?
Yes.
No, so Rakim means so rake with a kuf means empty. Rakim here means soft or young. Yeah, impressionable is what it means. And he has has spoken badly about those who study Torah and the Talmid Chacham. Ve'inenu rosh ad kat hu machzik b'nhigim pshita b'no ven b'no. And he clearly, his family is Chasidim. Tamid hu idvados hanashim mikaranal, the bias, and they're coming into his house and they're gathering there, the Chasidim. Machzik yadam b'hosef ched al pesha sharasim mikaranal ma'asim b'chur l'hachas. And he's making it worse. Not only are they gathering, but he's adding fuel to the fire. And not only that, this group has gotten together and they've made a shul. Where? In the courtyard of Rabbi Yitzchak, of Yitzchak, Abraham, the chassan of Abraham Chayet, son of Abraham Chayet. Matzum shesikol tachshita bezkeneses, and they have bought all the things that you need for a shul. And they've taken them. They took the things that they need for the shul from out of Rabbi Meir's house, where he was having these gatherings, and they've built this, who knows, a hut, as a shul in someone's yard. And they're gathering there, and they are davening in the nusach of the Chasidim. And Meir, Heshiv Nidon Haminyam, Shedima Benafsho, Shebiravot Hayamim Makol Nishkach. And he, and it sounds like he's saying that this mayor thought that, everybody would overlook it. Hashanasa lalaznia umachmas shahelo eze inyan l'kudisha. Watching. Sounds like they sent a messenger to Loznia, which must be some kind of capital of the region. Mashal b'noi malakachato tile. And he took a son with him, and they said they were just going on a trip, and he didn't say what happened there. But it sounds like he's being suspected of going to the government. And when we asked him, why are you bringing shul things into this building that you built in the courtyard? He said they weren't my things. And then Aryeh Leib asked Meir, he said, why is it that you're a chassid? And Meir answered, Shkilatenu lamatzah emet b'shamra emet. He says, because the community of Vilna has not found the truth, and there among the Chasidim, I find the truth. Golal kain cheshek lahem, and that's why I desire to be a chassid. Nidon shebiza v'laga tam chacham b'mitar. And if he's saying that only among the Chasidim is truth and not among the rabbis of Vilna, so then we take that as it is a biza v'lag. This is a desecration. This is a diss of the rabbis of Vilna. And when we said that to this man Meir, who is here in the court, he said, Lo bali devar matem b'davar zeh. He said, this is not your business to chase after me and to judge, what's my Judaism. You can't take me to be judged in front of the Kehillah. I can do what I want. Barabane, Aryeh Leib, and this Aryeh Leib, who was accusing Meir, he said, that's how the Chasidim all act. They all, disparage those who study Torah, meaning us. And that's why we have these 5 men whose job it is to prosecute them. Gamton Meir, and this Meir also said, Meir is the Chassid. He claimed, he said, why are you even bringing this up? It's already been, we've already made up about this. And Aryeh Leib said, sounds like they forgave him for being a chassid at some point. And this Aryeh Leib answered, no, we only forgave you if you weren't going to go back and do it. Because it sounds like at some point he said, okay, I won't be a chassid. And they said, okay, we forgive you. But then he went back and did it. Me'ata kasher abar lachzor ledarkom memela badla machila. And he said, if you went back to be a chassid, of course the forgiveness doesn't apply anymore. Kasher mavur perish tanayim machila hanal. So it sounds like he has in a note here, you can see that this isn't the first time that these two guys have come to this adjudication body. That apparently they must have come before, and he must have apologized, and he must have forgiven him, but now he's bringing him back again because he didn't change his ways. And he's bringing witnesses how this mayor, the Chassid, has disparaged the rabbis of Vilna, or the Chachamim of Vilna, and how he is publicly changing the language of prayer. And okay. And basically, this adjudication body is saying this guy mayor is in the wrong, a big surprise, that he's changed the nusach, he's gone against the excommunication. He's separating the community. That's interesting, right? In other words, the Chasidim are saying, we have our path. And everybody, and the Chasidim are saying, you're dividing the community, right? This is all kind of claim. And the rabbis say that anybody who divides the community is destined for hell. And therefore, we who are signed below say the following. That this man, mayor, is not allowed to gather a minyan ever. And he has to separate himself from the Chasidim. And he can't travel to the Hasidic rabbis, Rabbi Shneur Zalman. He can't go travel to see them. And he has to daven in the regular shul or in the klois, which the klois must be a gathering place of the community. If he can't make it to davening, then he can daven in his house, but he can only do it alone and not with friends. Koshkin lost his minyan. He definitely can't make a minyan. And it is forbidden for him to pray after the time of davening. That's one of the claims against Chasidim was that they were davening late, right? Yeah. Oh, Klois was a small shul. Okay, thank you. And he can't daven late, and he can't speak badly about people, and certainly not about Talmidei Chachamim, those who study Torah. And certainly we will accept his tshuva if he does tshuva, if he repents, as long as he does it with a full heart and doesn't go back to his evil ways. And this and if he really does tshuva, then we will forgive him. The basic knesses al pi hanivcharim shehu kmo echad eitanu, and this word is coming out from us. We all agree, and this is a din Torah. I guess this is a bezdin, and then these are the people who are signed. Okay, so very interesting. You really get a snapshot, really get an anecdote, which is very nice. I mean, for us, we sort of get a focus in, right? These two people come to the Bezdin, one accuses the other, we got this chayram, but you're gathering people, right? They're rooting them out and hunting them down. And, so it's interesting that they have not gotten rid of the Chasidim, right? 25 years of this. Now, it hasn't been as strong. I think there's resurgence now because the Gaon died. But it's, on the one hand, these are strong claims. On the other hand, they're really not. What's the big sin here, right? but there's fear. You can see it's this sense of it's cult. They're worried that it's cultish. Right? You can see that they're kidnapping. They bring kids in, sucking them in. Very interesting. Okay. By the way, next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I won't be here, but I'll send an email. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.